I guess that's the difference. Like some, for example, uh, let me think. Um, like, I was talking to one of the assistants from the movie, um, and he was the guy from Korea, and he was surprised that I talked to him because he told me that um, in Korea, if you're the leading role in a movie, you don't have permission to talk to an assistant because he told me it's like that in the movie industry, and it's not like that in Japan. So that's like a slight difference, I guess. And like the food we eat during filming, it was different. Um, there were a lot of Korean food, kimchi, and they had hot food. I mean, warm, hot food. In Japan, usually you don't get them. So, just slight differences. But in acting, we're just doing the same thing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, the way they work is different. You know, Korea, Japan, you know, they're almost like cousins in terms of culture, but in many ways they are different. You know, one thing that impressed me, again, seeing this film is, you know, of course it's set in Japan. You know, the characters are Japanese, but the feeling seems to be, you know, not quite Japanese. The feeling is more, you know, really out there romantic than you might find in a Japanese film of this type.
This movie is, all the cast in the movie is Japanese, but the script was written by a Korean director, and then it was translated into Japanese by a Korean person. So the lines are more Korean, although I am speaking in Japanese. And for example, there was a line I would say, "I love her," and in Japan, we don't really say "I love her." It sounds too strong, like you're over-exaggerating. We would say, "I like her." We don't really say love to someone. But since it was written in Korea, they would say, "I love her." So when the Japanese audience see this movie, it seems like we're watching a Korean movie, although it's in Japanese. So that's like the strange part of this movie, because there's two cultures mixed up, Korea and Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, a big theme of the film is magic. In fact, one of the most famous magicians who ever lived, Houdini, is referenced in this film. And, you know, I don't want to call it a trick, you know, going under the water the way he did. There was some realism involved in that, right? I mean, you really had to go into the ice water?
Yeah, the ice water, that's real ice water. We put in real ice. Yeah, we usually use plastic if we're filming, but the director wanted to use real ice. And, well, you can imagine how cold it would be. That was difficult to do, but also the last scene with all the water and everything, I had to go into, we used the pool, but I had to go in and out like all day long, so that was really,
It's not good for, it's not good for your health.
exactly. Okay, it's not good for my health.
Negative effects on your health, body, physical.
Okay, sorry, forgot most of my vocabulary. It's been 10 years ever since I've been speaking in English, okay? So.
Yeah, there's one scene I'm sure you all remember that impressed me quite a bit. He's, again, in the cage going down, he has the key. He's reaching around to unlock it. Did you ever think it might drop? And
well, if I drop it, I'll just have to do it again, I guess.
Yeah, that was, again, I think taken directly from Houdini.
Yes, from Houdini, yeah, the magician.
It was.
Yeah.
Did you study magic at all in preparation for this film?
Yes.
Read about Houdini or any of that?
Not about Houdini, but there's a really famous magician in Japan. His name is Merrick. He's really famous in Japan.
He's in the film.
Yeah, he's in the film. He was the guy with the sunglasses. He's really famous in Japan, and he was in this movie to teach me all the magics. But the hard part of doing the magic is I really didn't have any time to practice it, because the director would tell me which magic to do on the day we're filming. So he would tell me which magic I would perform, and I'll have like 15 to 20 minutes to practice. And we wouldn't rehearse, because he wanted to take the audience as well. So I won't have time to rehearse. I'll just practice for 20 minutes, and I'm on stage and we're filming. It was like that. So I only had time to practice with the coin on my hand. I had like 2 weeks to do that. But the other magics I performed, I only had like 10, 15, 20 minutes, I guess.
I'm just wondering if there's anything you took away from that you want to do magic on your own now.
Huh?
And if so, can you show us something?
No, I cannot
Anybody
show
have-
you.
There's no CG.
No, I can't do anything. Yeah, I don't think I can even do the coin thing anymore. I filmed this 3 years ago. It's a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah. Besides, we don't have coins today.
Maybe the next time he comes back, have something ready for us. Does anyone have any questions? I mean, I want to throw it open a bit here. Do you have any? Yeah, again, please have a question, not a long comment, because other people want to ask him something too.
Maybe you ask first?
Me?
Yeah, can you project your voice?
Yeah.
My mic is on the way, sorry.
No, it's okay. Hello. I have two questions, but the first one's really quick. One, was the mustache real or fake?
No. Obviously, it's fake.
The second question I had was, how does the title relate to the movie Colors of Wind?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. It's from a liquor.
Oh.
The director loves Hokkaido, where all the snow is, and he was drinking, and the liquor's name was Color of the Wind. So he named it Color of the Wind. But later on he said, well, it's from a liquor, but later on he said he named it because you can't see the color of the wind, right? And there are things that you can't see in this movie, like, or doesn't exist, like doppelganger or magic or something like that. So he said that's related, but it's from a liquor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Any question? Okay, here, yeah.
Go.
Hi.
Okay. Okay.
Hi. I have two questions, but these are connected. The first question is I know here in the U.S. the film crew usually they shoot it in, for example, the setting is in the Grand Canyon, but they shot it somewhere else in the U.S. to decrease the budget. In this film, you set in Tokyo, in Sapporo, in Hokkaido. I love those places, by the way. Do you really shoot it there, or do you shoot it somewhere else in Japan? Except for the Tokyo shoots, I know, because I've been to the Tokyo Tower.
Okay. We filmed mostly in Hokkaido. Really filmed there. You can't really fake all the snow. So we really filmed in Hokkaido, and we filmed in places where tourists won't go to, except for Sapporo, where we had the green trains. That's like the main place of Hokkaido. But other than that, like the last stage and everything, that's like really far from the main city. And Tokyo, we filmed maybe for 2 weeks.
The scene where the girl, your character taking pictures of her in the rain, that's in Shinjuku, right?
Oh, that was in Yokohama.
Oh.
In Japan. Oh, you know Yokohama?
Yeah, I have a friend from Yokohama.
Okay. Well, we went to Yokohama and we got a real big, like, raining machine and made it look like it's raining. Yeah. Okay.
Next question.
Anyway, the scene in the film of the boat going through the ice, of course, was filmed up in Hokkaido, and that
Oh yes, that's in Hokkaido. Yes.
is a real thing you can do up there. You know,
Yeah.
the sea really does turn.
But I went to Hokkaido to take a lot of interviews, but everybody in Hokkaido never goes there. They told me they. Oh, you went there? Yeah, only like for like tourists only go there. I heard.
Yeah, Abashiri, where they set some of the action, right, is the place of famous prison.
Ah, yeah. They, yes.
And that's like the most remote part of Japan. I mean, if you escape from Abashiri, where are you going to go?
Yeah.
Nowhere, right?
I didn't go there though. Yeah, it's famous. Yeah, it's very famous. Yes.
Very good.
Who was it you were pointing? Okay.
With the rising theme of globalization, do you think more movies will have this kind of context where there's like a Korean director or written in Japanese? Do you think those kind of themes will occur more in the future?
Yeah, I think so. But I think there's going to be more movies like this, but not as. I don't think it's going to be culturally mixed like this one, because this is really mixed. I mean, I had to write the script over. Like, I had to fix it because it was so not in the sensitivity of Japanese people. So I had to make it as possible for the lines to be easy enough for the Japanese audience to understand. So that was the hard part of doing this movie. Adjusted, yes. And I'm hoping there's more opportunities for Japanese actors to work outside of Japan, because we don't really have a lot of Japanese actors who actually do filming outside. So, well, I'm hoping. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, of course, the big question is, will he work in Hollywood? Because, you know, he's got the looks, the English, and you consider them, right?
Well, if I have a chance, maybe, yes. I'm hoping. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
she's
was just going to ask,
Yes.
what's your next project, and will we see it in the U.S.?
Okay, are you in Netflix? Netflix, you type in my name, there's a TV drama called Erased. Oh.
Does that mean it's not there anymore?
It's still there.
It's still there. Yeah, Erased. It's really popular Japanese anime, and we made a TV drama of it. I think that's easier to see. But other than that, I have a lot of new things coming out this year. I'm not sure if you could see it in the U.S., but right now I'm filming for a TV drama, like right now. So I got to get back to Japan tomorrow and film again. And I have 2 more movies coming out this month and next month, and I also have a TV drama in March. So I have a lot going on, but maybe I think you should start from seeing Erased. Yeah. I'll be playing the main role in that TV drama.
What has been your most memorable moment as an artist? It could be with this movie or any other project you've done.
Oh, well, I would have to say this was the hardest one. Like physically, because I really got sick after filming the water scene. Yeah, so physically I had a lot of difficulties with this one. But other than that, my first job to work outside Japan was a stage play I did in Britain, and it was I worked with the Royal Shakespeare Company in England, and we had Japanese casts and casts from England, and I played a role of a translator. So when the British actors speak in English, I would have to be speaking in Japanese, and when the Japanese actors speak, I would have to be speaking in English, but not American English, with a British accent, which was really hard. So that was kind of hard, I guess. But it was my first step to get a job outside of Japan, so yeah, it's memorable, I guess.
Hi.
Hello.
First of all, I want to say I've been your friend for 5 years, and I fly from Houston this afternoon, and I have to fly back tomorrow.
How far is that?
That's about 2 hours. 2 hours flight.
Oh,
Yes.
2 hours.
And yeah, it's really grateful to see you here. And so my questions is a lot of Chinese fans want me to ask you. Do you have another plan to do a stage on Japan or outside of Japan? Because they really want to see you on stage.
Like a stage play?
Yes, like a rock.
Okay, I did one 2 years ago, I think.
Yes, yes.
I played The Cripple of Billy. It was in Broadway in America like a few years ago. And, anyways, I think I will be doing one maybe next year, but I can't say yet. But maybe next year. Because I'm not allowed to say, but maybe next year. Okay?
Okay,
Are you
thank you.
studying Chinese for any future roles?
I'm not in Chinese film right now, so I'm not studying right now.
You know Chinese.
Maybe just say hello, my name, that's about it. Yeah, difficult. Chinese, the language is really difficult, yeah.
Anyone else over here?
Have you yourself sensed another Yuki when you were performing in this film or in actual life?
No.
Do you want to sense it?
Yeah. Well, I get mistaken for some other actor sometimes. I look alike to someone, but no. The answer is no, I guess.
Which do you like better, the Liu or Liu?
Maybe Liu, I guess, because Liu is he's broke. He doesn't have any money. He's not working. Yeah, he's jobless. I would prefer the superstar. Liu. Yeah.
Anyone else? Yeah, you.
Well, I know you've just been here for not that long, just in Chicago. What are your thoughts of Chicago right now? And would you ever consider doing a film that's both between Japan and Chicago or the United States? Action film, maybe.
I've only done one action film. I'm not an action actor kind of guy, but I think it would be great if I could take a film in Chicago with maybe like kind of this like a movie like this with like staff from America and Japan. And I haven't been here for long, but I got a chance to go to the Bean and eat some pizza. That was great. That was awesome.
Who's your favorite American actor?
I don't think I have a favorite actor in America.
About Clint Eastwood.
Clint, yeah. But I see him as a director now. Yeah, not an actor.
Okay, we have one last question. That girl. Oh, 2 questions. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Yeah. It was really cold today. I mean, yeah.
It gets
Yeah, it's snowing. In Japan, it's not snowing anymore. It's really warm. Yeah. Okay.
I came from LA.
Yeah, I know. Because I met you at the airport. Yeah.
Another one coming from. How
That's
many
it?
more people?
I didn't ask questions.
Okay, okay.
Speak
Yeah.
up, speak up.
So which Hollywood actor would you most like to co-star with?
Hollywood actor? 와깐나이. Just one? DiCaprio? Is that okay?
And you? Yeah.
Okay. With the actress I was with in that DirecTV drama. Okay, I worked with her in December last year, just a few months ago. Yes. Is that okay? Okay. I worked with her in a Japanese TV drama. Maybe you can find it on the internet or something. Okay.
So, with that, we're going to close our opening night event. And thank you all again for coming.
Thank you very much.